Hey guys, what's up? It's Sacred G, whatever you want to call me, and I want to talk about a Dead by Daylight topic, and this is going to be very unpopular, or an unpopular opinion, at least on the internet, so here we go. I personally think if you resort to camping or tunneling for any strategy, you're a fucking shitty killer for every game. If this is like a go-to to like your strategy, you're not a good killer. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, camping, and from my own experiences, because I'm 50-50. I play Survivor and Killer, and I used to camp and tunnel, actually. I used to not be a very good killer. And then I learned over the course of me playing that, first of all, camping and tunneling are the dumbest fucking strategies in the game. Whoever says that, okay, well, I tunnel for a strategy or I camp for a strategy, that's not a strategy, okay? And especially if it's obvious to know if somebody's camping and or tunneling, what strategy is that? You're supposed to outsmart the other side, and most of the times, even if they're new, they'll know you're camping. You know, it's obvious. You're staying right by the hook, you're waiting for somebody, some poor little soul to come take that survivor, and it's a shit strategy. You don't get very many kills, you don't get good chases from it at all, and this is from my experience, of course, and it's very, I guess, subjective. I'm not saying you can't play this way, but I'm saying that if you resort to tunneling or camping, you're dog shit. The whole game is about, or at least on the killer side of things, is keeping survivors off of what helps them escape, which is the gens. And tunneling, you only tunnel one survivor. And if that survivor just happens to be bad, then you might get a 4K, but it's all a big what if thing. You create pressure in close games, and even if you lose, it's even enjoyable when you actually have kept them in the game for like 20 minutes through your own strategies, not just sitting by hook and watching the person until two other people, maybe even three, come and try to save that survivor. Usually you'll be fucked if there's three, because if you fall for the bait and they come and take the survivor and they 99 the door, you're really fucked, okay? I really just don't see the point anymore with tunneling or camping. There are so many killers out now that have powers or unique abilities to apply gen pressure. For fuck's sake, even Ghostface can apply gen pressure. Okay, or map pressure. I call it gen pressure because you keep him off the gens. Even he can. Even Ghostface, of all things, he doesn't teleport or anything. He could provide gen pressure. I never have to resort to tunneling with Ghostface. And it's not only that, I don't think a lot of people know how to effectively play as the killer they choose to play as, you know? And also, for the fucking tunnelers, if you tunnel somebody off of fucking hook, as soon as they get unhooked and you follow them until their BT and their haste runs out, you're a shitty killer. And it has to be if you actually result it to just using these things and this is how you get wins. You're trash. There's really no skill with tunneling. Like, if you get a 4K, if you've been for survivors that have been in games with tunneling killers who end up getting 4Ks, unfortunately, it's because somebody fucked up in the middle. And it's not because there's actual skill being used. It's because somebody fucked up. And they profit off of those fuck-ups. And if they're both a tunneler and a camper, damn, bro. Like, you have to resort to this every single time. And again, for the ones that just go fucking for the hook saved and you just follow them until BT runs out, and this is something you do all the time to every survivor, that is horseshit. Learn to apply pressure, please. Don't just follow somebody around. Check the generators. It's a patrolling game. You remember, for those of you that play other games besides, Dead by Daylight, like those Splinter Cell games, the AI you kind of have to hide from sometimes? Those games help with those sort of killers, because you can play in a stealth way in DBD, and now there's killers that fucking teleport. And the funniest thing about this entire tunneling sort of shit is fucking content creators now are complaining that the new systems are going to be put in. They're like, oh, well, those people are going to be fucked. Well, guess what, bro? It was a reportable fucking thing since the game came out. Or since they made it into a thing. And I would say, literally, tunneling is not a fun playstyle. And I wouldn't say objectively. I would say that it's possibly, it's just not fun, and not a lot of people could get behind that. I'm one of them. I used to actually do it myself, and then I learned gen pressure. Like, it's not hard. Like, people love to fucking overcomplicate Dead by Daylight and say it's like this really clever, you have to be an intellect to understand Dead by Daylight. You actually don't have to. It's just the people that complain that tunnelers and campers are going to get reported is because they do it them fucking selves. Because they have not ever have tried to get out of that loop and teach themselves how to fucking use strategies in mid-chase and also just in the game, period. Just people just want to complain and just result to fucking tunneling and camping. It's just one of the worst fucking things you can do. And again, with the most annoying one to me is the one I mentioned before, which is getting tunneled right off a hook. That's not a fun fucking strategy. And not only that, you sacrifice generators you could have prevented survivors from fucking finishing when you do this shit. And especially if the survivor's actually fucking good at outrunning the killer and getting away from you, then yeah, you fucked yourself. You know, because so even sometimes when you apply pressure to, depending on the team, it's all about the team. And I just think fucking tunneling and just camping is just one of the dumbest fucking strategies. You usually result in either 1 or 2 kills, or you sacrifice gens that you could have fucking damaged and depleted or degraded. Because it degrades over time, and especially when you damage it and use, like, Sadako's perk. I forget what it's called, but I think it's called the Claw of Byron. I don't remember what it's called, but it depletes the generator to go back to square one, so they kind of have to redo the gen. That's what damaging gens does. Damn, bro. Like, I just really hate tunnelers that tunnel off a hook, and also that just tunnel, period, that just result to doing that because they don't have skill. So that's all I got for this. That's my opinion on tunnelers and campers, and I'm just tired of seeing people defend this shit. It's like, why? Like, it's not fun, and not a lot of people get behind tunneling and camping. It's like when you know something is not a cool way to play, or a way to play is not cool, when a lot of people fucking complain about it, which tunneling and camping is. But whatever. Just those fucking sucky-ass killers just want to complain and defend their tunneling and camping strategy until they die. It's just bad. I just don't think tunneling is a good strategy, and I used to do it myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is just my opinion, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out, and please, for the love of God, don't get tunneled.